Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Morgan. Filming back to back. I just filmed the Meet the Booktuber tag, and now I'm just gonna be getting right into my October wrap up. Yeah, can't believe it's November already. Again, last night was Halloween and it was fun. So let's just get into it. In no particular order, I think. Let me see. Maybe there is an order to this. Okay, I probably should have restacked these books, but we'll go. This is the latest, the one I just finished. To older books I finished, something like that. Okay, rambling, guys. You just get a lot of me rambling. Also, I'm not editing, so here you go, it's me. I finished Twisted Fate. I read this month. This was not on my TBR, but Halloween, gotta get all the suspense in. I actually read this several years ago. Maybe not several, but years ago. This one came out in 2014. And I had read, this book has 3 short stories in it, and I had read the first one by Tracy Abramson because I love her. She's one of my favorites. But her short story, what's it called? Hunted? It's called Hunted. And I never went back and read the other 2 stories, so sometimes I forgot that I had not ever finished this book, but I didn't. Yeah, so the other 2 in this are by Greg Luke. He wrote The Death House, and then Haunting Reminders by Stephanie Black. Really enjoyed this. Tracy Abramson's short story and Stephanie Black's were probably my favorite. Gave this book 4 stars. This was a fun read for Halloween. Cute little mug of apple cider. Apple cider, you gotta have your cider in the fall. Okay, then I read Entangled. This is also 4 short stories. My battery's dying on me soon. This will have to be a quick video. This was fun. This was a fun read. Another good one. I think, again, Tracy's was probably my favorite, but I did also really like Stephanie Black's. Greg Luke, his short story in here really pulled me in, but was a tearjerker. Like, I saw the ending coming, kind of, but I was still upset by it. Anyway, emotions, guys. But this was a fun read. This one came out, I think, in like 2019. And this was fun. I read several short story books this month, because then I read Sinister Secrets. Again, Tracy Abramson, Claire M. Polson, and Paige Edwards were the contributors in this novel. And this was the most recent. I read them backwards. I read the oldest, and then, no, I read the newest. Sorry, I read the newest, and then kind of a medium, and then the oldest. Should have done it the other way, but it was a good book. I really liked all the novels and the novellas in this one. Again, Tracy's was my favorite. What can I say? I really like her. But Paige Edwards was pretty good, and even Claire Polson. He's not my favorite author. He's not a bad author, but he's not my favorite. But I enjoyed his short story in this one. It was pretty good. Yeah, so those were kind of some of my fall suspense Halloween vibe books that I read. And then I read Just Enough Luck by Aspen Hadley. This was the first First book that I'd read by her, even though I own just about all of her books. This was my my book club pick this month, and I really enjoyed this. There's another in the series. What is it? Which I want to try and read this month is Just Enough Magic. So that's the next book. But I really enjoyed this. Was glad that I picked it up, and made me excited for the rest of her books. So that was definitely fun. Oh gosh, I don't know what I rated all these. I think the 3 suspense novels that were all short stories, I think I gave each of those 4 stars. Just Enough Luck I gave either 4 or 5 stars. It was really good. I would recommend that one. It's a cute romance, kind of city meets country. Not as much as I thought though. I don't know. It was good read. You'll have to check it out. And then from last month's TBR, I don't know. This has been on my TBR Choices of the Heart for a couple of months. Finally got to this, loved it. It makes me really anxious for the next books in the series. Sarah Eden has on her release schedule for 2023, she has 8 books set to release. Like, blow my mind, guys. 8 books. I think she had 6 come out this year. And I think some of them are, like shorter novellas versus, like a full-on book. And some are like books that she participates in and writes, a short little novella, and they have several authors, little collection or anthology. But still, one, I'll tell you, getting off track, but one that I know is coming up that I'm excited for. She and Tracy Abramson and Sean Bessie are releasing a cookbook, and it's I'm really excited. It's the recipes, like food that they mentioned in their novels. They went back and so they're put some recipes together for the meals and desserts and things that they've mentioned in their books. So I'm excited. That I think comes out in like February or March. It's early in the year. But otherwise, she got 7 other books. Sorry. My street outside, people are always driving through really loud. Yeah, but she's got another 7 books. So I'm hoping that she has another Hope Springs book coming out. I don't want to say anything and give away spoilers, but my goodness, each book that she writes just revs up that anticipation for this book coming up. So I'm excited. I would rate this 5 stars. This was very cute, and I love it because she, her characters from previous books still have, a pretty decent role. Like, she always revisits them, and they're part of, future books, which I love about her writing. Anyway, okay, next, I read Hearts of Briarwell. I listened to this one. This is by Krista Jensen, and I've enjoyed her writing. She's pretty good. I did like this. There were a couple of aspects that weren't my favorite, but I did enjoy it overall. I think I rated this a 4-star, although I'm kind of in like the 3.5 stars, somewhere around there. I don't know. I was like 3 or 4 stars. I was kind of waffling between. But I did enjoy it. It's fun. I think, you guys could pick it up and have fun. This is a turn of the century romance. As you can see by the, fun cover, the little car, the old car on there. I don't know if that's like I don't know what kind of car that is. My dad would know, but it was fun. They've got like a little book club. I think they call themselves like the Wendy Birds or something. I don't know. So I think there's going to be a couple other books for a few of her friends in here. But it was a fun read. Okay, and then I finally read Games in a Ballroom by Gentry Flint. This also, I was really excited for this. I think I also was kind of like 3.5 stars. I don't remember if I gave it 3 or 4. Sorry, I should check. You can check, follow me on Goodreads, and it's on there. I'm not great at writing reviews. I need to be better about that, but I do rate them a star rating. This was fun. There were a few things where I felt like it could have been explained a little better. I feel like there was the like insinuation of an experience or a character, maybe a character is set up as the bad guy, or and it was just kind of assumed, and I feel like some things could have been explained a little bit better rather than just relying on the reader to I don't know, just expecting us to understand. And I did understand, but I think because it wasn't explained a little bit better, or like we weren't shown, that I didn't get the vibe as much, and so I wasn't as, like, I didn't feel the intense parts. I didn't feel the stakes were as high as maybe they were, but otherwise I did enjoy this. It was fun, cute romance. So, I mean, definitely a fun book to pick up and try. Just didn't quite meet my my hopes and expectations. But I will be looking for more from that author. That's her first book, and I feel like, at least as far as I know, that's her first book. So for a first book, for a debut novel, I feel like it was pretty good. And, the more authors write, I feel like the better they get into their stride, and, so I'm like, it's okay. So I'll be looking forward to more of her books, because I think she'll be a good author. This one was a reread for me and was not on my TBR, but I reread The Kiss of a Stranger by Sarah Eden. I just needed something to listen to. I think I just turned it on while I was at work, in the back doing things, or driving back and forth to work or something. And then I just, I started it, so then I wanted to finish it. 5 stars. I love Sarah's books. She's pretty great. Which I feel like I mention her in every video. There's a couple authors. So if you're new to the channel, prepare to see lots more of Sarah Eden. Okay, so then I don't think this was on my TBR, but this was a new book. Maybe I did put it on, that I was excited for. More Sarah Eden, The Bachelor and the Bride. So this is part of Sarah's Dreadpenny Society series. This is the 4th book, and this was really great. Oh, there were some surprises in here. I don't know if I've explained this before. Can you guys see? Maybe not. I don't know if you can tell. There are some pages that are like gray in between. So there's like this, this short little bit in between chapters. Just small, like a couple pages. But Sarah writes Dreadpennies to go in between, like, throughout her story, which I think is really complex. So she writes a book, and And part of the Dread Penny Society is because, if you guys don't know, there were penny dreadfuls back in the day. This is like Victorian England, so I think this book takes place in 1866. I think the first one started in like 1864, around there. But Penny Dreadfuls, the way that I think about them was that it was like a comic book without the comics. So it was just like a short little magazine that they would release in chapters. So you would get, a chapter, and then maybe the next week or 2 weeks later or something, the next installment would come in. And so the characters in this series are authors of Penny Dreadfuls. And so not only are you getting their story, but you're getting the stories that they're writing and that other authors are writing. And so she inserts those throughout the book, which is really fun. And there's usually 2 stories that go back and forth. But I really, really enjoyed this. There's a cliffhanger and some shocks and surprises, and throughout you're trying to guess. You're like, who is this person? Anyway, it was really great. And I'm definitely excited for the next one. I feel like each time I read one of her books, by the end, I'm like, okay, where's the next book? So it makes me really excited that she's got, 7 other books coming out next year. Which, next year, it's a couple months away. Wow. Time flies. Okay, are you ready? What's next? Another Sarah Eden. Okay, so this one has been on my TBR for the last couple months as well. Lily of the Valley, which is book 2 in Sarah's Gents series. I don't want to give any spoilers because, like I said, a lot of her books are kind of connected and you see characters. You don't have to read all of them in order, but there are definitely some that I think you should. But since this is book 2 in a series, I won't say anything except for that you're following the Gents, which is a fun group of friends that call themselves the Gents. This is pre-Regency. It's like Georgian, yeah. 1786 is when this book is set. But this was a really fun read, and I'm excited for book 3. Cross my fingers that maybe we'll get that one next year too. We'll see. Yeah, I really did enjoy that. I don't know, guys. Okay, last couple of books. So the last book I read this month was Healing Hazel by Jennifer Moore. This is part of her Blue Orchid Society series. This is the 3rd book. Yeah, this is the 3rd book. And this one you follow Hazel Thornton, and this is it's called the Blue Orchid Society. In the first book, Solving Sophronia, she's kind of like, I'm a bit of a blue stocking, and at a ball she steps into the library to get a few minutes by herself and finds somebody already there, and then a couple other women trickle in and they're all talking and they're all like, well, we're all blue stockings. So they kind of, become friends and create this society of women where they can all have fun and support each other. But this was really fun. I really enjoyed this. I don't know if I should. I don't think it would be spoilery to read the back, but maybe I will hold off. I haven't read any of the other backs, so. I think I gave this 4 or 5 stars. In case you can't tell, I'm usually pretty liberal with my 4 or 5 stars. That being said, I really do enjoy the books that I read. Yeah. Anyway, this was fun. Definitely fun, and I would recommend this. that's it. I've got a book here that I started reading. I haven't finished it yet. I'm only, gosh, what am I in? I'm only in like 50, 60 pages. But this is this is a series that I'm starting. So Not a Word by Stephanie Black. Oh, look at that cover, guys. Isn't that so awesome? I really like the vibe that they get, that this gives off. Yeah, like I said, I started this. This will be on my TBR for November. But this is, Stephanie Black just had a book released today in her Natalie Marsh mystery series. So this is, I guess what I have to say about this book, Stephanie Black really does write mystery, which I think most, like Claire Polson and Paige Edwards and Tracy Abramson, a lot of them write suspense. And I don't know if I realized that maybe some of hers would be classified, I guess, as suspense. But this is a mystery series and it's really good. She's really good at like leading you, giving you several characters to suspect, and you're just constantly guessing. I haven't read a lot of her books. I think I've read one book and then a couple of her short stories this month that were in some of those anthologies. And that was honestly, I was like, oh gosh, okay, I'm really excited to get into this series now because I had this series sitting on my shelf. This is another author that one of my really good friends had recommended. Taken me a long time, but here I am. So yeah, I'm excited. In fact, once I'm done filming, I'm probably gonna sit down and read this one. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, that's it. That's all I got for my wrap up this month. How many books did I have? 11 books. That's pretty good. Yeah. Sorry for, like I said, my rambling. It's not being edited. It'll just go up. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments, and I will try to answer those as best I can. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. All you subscribers, it's great. It's great getting to be friends with you and chat with you and getting to know some of you through the comments, and it's a wonderful community, and I really love being here. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.